so much for joining me. My name is Jordan Wentz. I'm a professional dancer, movement and fitness coach, entrepreneur, and founder and hype woman at MyMovementality. We are here today because you need some help getting shit done. And let me tell you, I have spent most of my adult life perfecting the art of getting shit done. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job of it. So today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorites to help you get your shit going. You ready? Let's go. Number one thing that's gonna help you get your shit done, make yourself a list. There's something that feels so good about crossing something off that list, and it gives you that satisfaction that you've gotten something done, and that gives you the energy and the encouragement to push forward. Lists also help me prioritize what's most important. For example, I'll make a master list of all the shit that I need to do, and then I'll make a list the night before or the morning of, and pick out the things that absolutely need to be done that day, the things that I'm for sure gonna conquer, and I make sure I give myself a list that isn't too long, but by picking out certain things that I need to do, I set myself up for success. I've got a short list, I know what to work with, I can manage that in the time, and then I move through the list as time goes on. Pro tip, revise your to-do list, and if there's something on there that you really isn't necessary to do that's been on there for a really long time, and I mean a really long time, cross it off because it may not need to get done. And if you find something that's been on there forever that actually is really important, but you've just been dragging your feet, move that to the top of your priority list. Next up, I want you to work in sections. So you're gonna work in small chunks of time and you're gonna give yourself a break. And that break is so much needed. It has been proven scientifically that our brains are only allowed to focus for 20-25 minutes at a time, and then we need a break, okay? So anything more than that is just too much. We're training you to focus here. I want you to set a timer for 20 or 25 minutes and do only one task in that amount of time. And then you're gonna give yourself a 5-minute break. During that break, you can get up and stretch, you can have a little dance party, you can get up and walk around, go outside, get some fresh air, whatever floats your boat. But make sure that you completely leave the task you're doing to do something completely different and relax your mind and come back. But be sure to actually give yourself that break, step away completely from the project that you're doing, and give yourself a little rest. You can repeat this process for all of your to-dos. For example, if I have 5 things on my list for that day, I'm gonna start with number 1. I'm gonna work for 20-25 minutes. I'm gonna take a 5-minute break. Then I'm gonna move on to number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and so on. And if I really need to get a specific project done that's gonna take longer than that amount of time, I'll still do the same workflow, which is I'll work on that project for 20-25 minutes, take a break, and then come back to that project for another 20-25 minutes. But I'm making sure to give myself a rest, and I'm working much more efficiently this way, and I know you will too. So give it a shot. Again, we must train ourselves to focus. We have very active minds, and our brains tend to do lots of things. And if you're like me, I have very much a squirrel brain. I'm very easily distracted, and that is not so great for productivity. But I've had to train myself to be super hyper focused on what it is that I'm doing. So for this next one, eliminate all distractions. Get rid of anything and everything that you know is going to distract you for your work period and your workflow. Silence your Instagram notifications and your Facebook and all the social media. And this is a big one for me. I'm constantly checking my email because I get a million emails a day. And I want to encourage you not to do that because it is a distraction from what it is you're trying to get done. So instead, schedule a time each day to review all of these things. You can check out your notifications, you can check out all your emails and all of that. But during your workflow, you're hyper-focused on your task at hand. Planning is going to be so helpful to your productivity. So these lists that I talk about, for example, what I will do is make my list at night before I go to sleep or in the evening of all the things that I need to do for the morning. That way I don't have to make my list in the morning. That way I don't have to think about it. When I wake up, I've just got the list. I can hop into everything that I'm wanting to get done for that day. When you plan your workflows, you really set yourself up for success. So let's do more of that. Yeah? My final tip for you today radically changed my workflow and my life. So let me tell you about it. Put it in your calendar. Seriously, sit down with your calendar, and if there's something that you need to do, I want you to schedule it right there. Put it in pencil or pen or your calendar on your phone if you're like me, but make sure that it's in your calendar, because if it's in your calendar, it's so much more likely to happen. That's it for this video. I want to thank you for joining me. Please let me know how these work for you. I would love to hear. Leave a comment below. And if you liked what I talked about in this video, please share, because sharing is caring. Much more to come from MyMovementality. We are your family, and we are here to help you be your best, most badass version of yourself. Check out mymovementality.com for tons of dance classes, tutorials, and workshops, plus loads of fun. We got you covered. Yeah.